Hey people, it's CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 48 of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Last time, we basically came to the grand conclusion that probably surprised no one, that basically Blaise basically falsified the autopsy report for ISO without Manfred knowing, which led to Manfred basically having to grasp for a forced confession, which resulted in Manfred getting a penalty, which in turn resulted in Gregory Edgeworth dying. So basically, Gregory Edgeworth is dead indirectly because of Blaise the Best, and potentially and possibly because Manfred called Blaise unfashionable. That I don't know. The person who threatened me was the auction conductor. They do have similar physiques, but I never saw that person's face. Any trouble thing is fine. Just give us a characteristic that could be a clue. That's right. The conductor's mask exposed just a tiny part of his face. There was a tattoo there. I'm sure of it. Close update. A tattoo, you say? I really have no idea what you're talking about, you see. As you can see, there are clearly no tattoos on my face, you see. So that person doesn't match me at all, you know. The person who threatened her, the so-called conductor, I wonder who it is, you know. You have incurred the wrath of the goddess of law. I suggest you watch what you say. If anyone should be watching what you say, it's you, Justine. You see what crap I do to my own son. Imagine what I could do to you. Hasn't you incurred your own wrath rather than the wrath of the goddess? Jill Crane had been pursuing you, just as I have. And I will not let her death be in vain. Crane was, you say she was pursuing me? I didn't really know her that well, you know. I don't mind girls chasing after me, because I'm sexy and I got a wang the size of a kielbasa, But I don't recall her ever falling from me, you see. You didn't know the victim well. That is a testimony we haven't heard until now. Before the eyes of the goddess of law, you shall give us an official testimony. I see. Everyone is bullying me. Hey, people bully me because I'm beautiful. They're jealous. If you're gonna go that far, that's fine, you see. I'll just have to make you all disappear. Every last one of you. Prosecutor Edgeworth, I shall cooperate with you as well. How did you go over here? If we let this opportunity slip by, I doubt we will ever get him to stand in court again. Please do not let this chance go to waste. Yes. I promise I will live up to your expectations. Now then, Blaise the Best, you shall testify regarding the victim. Yeah, and here's where Justine's arc, she actually becomes a protagonist. She just she becomes more likable as a character. Better than Ayuda. And then look at those eyes! Those soulless eyes! The victim, Jill Crane, was a member of the prosecutorial investigation committee, you see. Personally, I didn't really know her that well, Either way, it's not like I had a motive to murder her, I have no idea why she was pursuing me, you see. I can't help it that she found me sexy and irresistible. You intend to deny your guilt to the bitter end, don't you? Of course he does! There's no way Pops could be a criminal! I mean, he's my Pops, He's the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is his real test. To train them is his hard... I'm sorry. Pokemon reference for the win. Prosecutorium. Yes, Sebastian, if you're going to say help me, be sure to have a clear base, I am screwed. Alright, I got it. I'll clear these false accusations, Pops. I believe in you, Pops. We won't lose to someone like Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. You really are pure, That person, he really loves his father, doesn't he? However, one must be able to accept the mistakes of their father. No matter how much they may look up to him. Each person must atone for their crimes, no matter who they are. Now imagine some Street Fighter with Francisca and Justine. They're gonna go Street Fighter to just kick Larry's ass when he starts publishing books. This is gonna be hard for Sebastian, but I don't give 3 craps about him. I simply cannot overlook his father's crimes! Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there were some crimes against humanity under Blaise's belt. If she was a member of the PIC, then you should have been familiar with her.
Well, I knew her face, but that's about it, you know. And her ass, her flat cardboard-like ass. You see, it was like groping a piece of plywood. It's not like we marry each other on a regular basis, you see.
Anyways, Blaise says something, so let's just do his penalties. Blaise the best! Alright, it's the same as... Okay, just wanted to double check. Just want to make sure if Blaise had any other differences. Oh! Okay. Sorry. Just wanted to double check. I wanted to make sure there were no other differences. Okay. So you're saying you weren't very familiar with the victim?
That's right, I didn't even know about the burn mark on Crane's hands, you see.
You didn't know about that burn mark?
Well, you see, even if I had gotten closer, she would have just disappeared real soon. It's a pain to remember someone, you know, when they're just gonna disappear, you see. They're gonna end up in a shallow ditch off the side of the road.
In other words, anyone who defies him disappears. I would like you to add your statement about the victim's burn to your testimony. So you're saying that you did know about the victim's burn? Is that really true?
You really are persistent, you know. You really think I would pay attention to every little wound on a woman's hand?
I would think that the burn mark on the victim's hand would have been hard to miss. Now that you mention it, Jill Crane would regularly wear gloves. I too did not know about the burn until the incident occurred. Jill Crane regularly wore gloves?
I thought so. She was probably trying to hide the burns on her burn mark, you see. I understand how sensitive a woman can be about these things, you know. After all, I have a little girl.
But Pops, I'm your only child.
Exactly. And you're not a man.
I would like you to add your so-called sensitive understanding of a woman to your testimony. So you are aware she always wore gloves?
Well aware. Those clothes are practically her trademark, you see. Just like how Sebastian's trademark is his stupidity, or how Justine's is how she goes on and on about the gods of law, or how mine is that I'm the absolute scum of humanity and that I'm pure evil. But I guess they weren't just a fashion image. She wanted to hide her burn mark, you know. I wonder if that girl over there is also hiding something under her bandages.
Huh? I'm not hiding anything.
I think you are, you know. You're hiding the face of a criminal!
Those words should be directed at someone like you! I shall expose here and now the face of a true criminal.
How amusing! Go ahead and try it, if you think you can.
Sergio Crane regularly wore gloves. That's interesting. I should look over the evidence one more time. Oh, that lesson's really good! Was there any trouble between you two over work?
Unlikely, you know. I'm kind of important, you see. I've gotten reports saying that she was exceedingly capable. More capable than Sebastian, at least. But you know, our social status was completely different. You see.
That may be true, but it doesn't prove that you didn't kill her.
That's rather prejudiced, you know. I mean, look at you. You're taking the side of a criminal.
It seems Miss Crane was the one who had an interest in you, Mr. Chairman.
You know, that really is a mystery. I haven't the faintest idea, you see. So that's that, since I had no more of your reasoning doesn't hold, you know.
This one is great. This is actually one of my favorites in the game. Basically, Blaise, that he has no idea why she was pursuing. You know this is an obvious lie. You can tell by the look on his face. You can tell that he is lying through his teeth. So you had no clue why the victim had been pursuing you.
Nope, not in the slightest, you know.
It's because Paz is such a handsome man! And this, you get this! Where basically Blaise, he's pretending he doesn't know, Edgeworth doesn't know, and then you get Sebastian coming in with that statement, act like he's gonna blow this case wide open. He's so proud of himself. Look at Sebastian, look how confident he looks. He's so proud of himself at this moment. This is like the high point of his day. where he's like, I'm helping Pops out! Basically, Sebastian thinking that he's bringing this new information to the table that no one could have guessed. And then you get Blaise, just he has this look like he's thinking,
what has my life become? It's true, you know. Women appear before me and then disappear. Disappear and then reappear.
And then you get this big whammy right here, where Blaise outright says that he kidnaps women. Because think about it, women disappear and then reappear. Yes! What does that mean? Except Blaise holds them hostage for an extended period of time, does God knows what to them, and then releases them back onto the world with the psyche of a shattered egg. Hey, you guys could never reach my Pop's level of awesomeness. It would certainly be impossible for a normal person. Having people appear and then physically disappear on a daily basis.
Well then, maybe Courtney's gonna disappear too! Well, how that, Courtney? You wanna end up in my torture basement?
Before that happens, I'll see to it that your way of life disappears today.
I see, then I should finish it before the day's over!
I would have to organize my information about the victim. If there's anything you should understand, you should look over the evidence again. Perhaps you will find a new fact this time around. Francisca, you're willing to help me? I told you, I'm doing this for Kay Faraday, not you. Francisca seems to be worried about Kay in her own way. Okay, where is it? Okay. Basically, you take the recording. Because we're assuming that this is Blaise speaking. Yes, the Sebastian test. No! Even Sebastian! It looks like Mr. DeBest has gotten a little livelier, hasn't he? Indeed, he probably feels he's a lot more confident with his father backing him up. However, I will break through that confidence of the DeBest father-son duo. Basically, always wearing the gloves. She wasn't wearing gloves! Yes, I know! I'm getting the Sebastian test over and over again! Come on! Come on! Okay. 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 I tried to show that she wasn't wearing gloves! Okay, I just want to double check. Okay. Okay. What am I missing? Damn, this is embarrassing. Okay. I believe this is it. I'm wearing the gloves to hide the burn mark. Because we literally got there. Maybe it's this again. Come on. Come on, what is wrong with this? I swear, every time. Okay. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing? Okay, come on. What am I doing? Okay, what am I doing wrong? Okay? What am I doing wrong? I think I presented this before. Stuffed animal. I'm pretty sure it's the stuffed animal that I had to present at some point. No! I could have sworn I presented the stuffed animal before, and yeah, it's failing me. It was failing me. Why? Joe Kramer wore gloves. If that's true, then it creates a huge contradiction.
Oh, a huge contradiction, you say?
Yes, the legendary you say. I would like you to listen to the voices recorded on this stuffed animal one more time. Yes, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I knew it. I knew who you were right away. You can't hide that burn from me. Silence, huh? I've been waiting for my chance to get revenge all this time. Ah! We were under the impression that this was the moment when the victim was murdered. I knew who you were right away. You can't hide that burn from me. We thought that this statement was said by the culprit.
Isn't that fine? What's the problem, you know?
Heh. There's a huge problem with that. If the victim had been wearing gloves from the start, it would have been impossible to see the burn on her hand.
Gloves come off easily, you know. She could have taken them off during the auction.
That's not true! Miss Crane had been wearing her gloves when I took her place. She must have been wearing them before she was murdered.
What are you saying, you little bee? Don't you understand the position you're in?
I'm not scared anymore. I have Granny here with me. She'll kick your ass. Blaise, your damn record is falling out.
You want to fight me, old lady? I'll take you on. Hell, I'll give you all. You all want to fight me? You all want to fight me? Somehow it seems you all want to disappear. Fine, then. You want to fight me? You want to fight me? Eh? Permanently? You want to fight me? You want to fight me, huh? Because if you do, I'll give you some. I'll kick all your asses. I'll even give you Sebastian, and I'll kick his ass.
The only one who is being here today is you, Blaise the Best. Hey, how dare you say that to Pops? Does it really matter if the burn mark was visible or not? It certainly does matter. If the burn mark was visible, then we'd have a complete turn about the situation. What? What are you saying? If the victim's burn mark was invisible, what exactly does that tell you? Yes, the culprit had a burn mark. No one had a burn mark. No one was burnt. Sebastian, turn your way of thinking around. If the victim was wearing gloves, then her burn mark could not have been seen. In that case, whose burn mark was seen? Someone else's burn mark? Precisely, the culprit must have had a burn mark as well. In other words, I knew who you were right away. You can't have that burn from me. That person who sent this was not the culprit, but the victim. What?
Objection. Sebastian, could you please step aside? Edgeworth, all your reasoning up till now is just a figment of your imagination, you know. The culprit had a burn mark. Where was it, you know? If you can't answer that, then your life doesn't hold up, you know.
Where was the culprit's burn mark? I wonder where the burn mark could have been. During the auction, wasn't everyone wearing a disguise? Indeed, during the auction, everyone should have been dressed in a particular way. If the burn mark was still visible under those circumstances, then...
No, why don't you show us? Where was the culprit's burn? You'll have to show me with proof, you see.
Would you take a look at this?
Are you suggesting it will tell me where the burn mark is located? It's too bad, but I just don't understand all, you know?
No! Basically, it deserves a mask. Oh, come on. Come on. Ah. I know it's the mask! Why? Why? Okay, what am I doing wrong? I know it's the freaking mask. I know it's basically the masks. Basically the Zerzan mask that Blaise was wearing at the time. Okay, but what am I doing wrong? Okay, it should be somewhere. Okay. Okay, I'm guessing maybe Lada? No! Why? Okay. What am I doing wrong? Ugh. Just listen to this theme while I basically go through everything. Freaking, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? I know it's not the key, or I know it's not that. IS-7 documents. Conductor's clothes? Duh! I am Sebastian! I am the Sebastian level! It was what the conductor was wearing during the auction. In other words, the outfit you were wearing at the time.
What can you figure out from the clothes alone?
The conductor had been wearing a white suit, white gloves, and a mask. His attire had covered up most of his skin. However, according to Jensen's testimony, the conductor's mask exposed a small part of his face. In addition, while she thought there had been a tattoo there, it's possible that she had merely mistook the burn mark for a tattoo. A burn mark on his face?
That's all very scintillating. Well, I'm afraid you're getting excited for nothing, you know. None of the BSC members had any burn marks on their faces, you see, except Justine after I throw her in a pit of fire after this case. Naturally, this includes me as well, you know. You see, I'm beautiful.
Pop-ups, but...
Sebastian, would you please be quiet? If you're an idiot, then act like one, you know.
Normally, Sebastian is a nuisance to everyone around him, but this time I owe him my gratitude. That reaction from Blaise's own son. It reveals the truth more clearly than anything else. Thanks to him, I am confident that my reasoning is correct. I know who that unidentified piece of evidence belongs to. I wonder what's wrong with that prosecutor. Usually Sebastian's slower to arrive at the truth than anyone else. However, this time he has probably figured it out. His own father is a criminal. Considering how he acts, I'm not surprised. That is actually slow. Since he knows the truth, he's in pain, isn't he? If he didn't know the truth, he could have remained blissful in his ignorance. Okay, we are here in order to pursue the truth. It doesn't matter what path my reasoning takes. The important thing is to arrive at the truth. Once before, when I lost my faith in my reasoning, you said that to me and showed me the way. This time, I shall show you the truth. You are innocent. I also want to know the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, please tell me. Yes, that's the spirit.
That's impossible, you know, for all of you. I mean, just where could I possibly have a burn mark? It's nowhere to be found, you see. There's no evidence to prove on the cover, you know.
That's right, there's no contradiction at all. There's no way that can be a contradiction, not from my pops. Sebastian, I understand why you don't want to admit it. However, if you avert your eyes from the truth, you will regret it forever. But Pops, what should I do?
Sebastian, what you should do is just run run to the freeway and just run into the oncoming traffic. Play chicken with a truck. Ha! I really wonder why you're such an idiot, you know. Sebastian, if you really want to save me, you'll have to try a bit harder than that. You see, you gotta use your head, you know. Honestly, you really are a useless idiot.
Yeah, and then, yeah, you can probably guess, this is just Blaise utterly destroying Sebastian. This is the rant that you've been waiting for. That everyone was waiting for, but yet will regret to see. No way! But I tried really hard. I tried my best, but...
Well, your best wasn't good enough.
I went to the school you told me to go to. Reach the top of my class just like you told me to. I just look at the jacket. Sorry. Only someone who graduated at the top of the class gets to wear it. I did everything you told me to. That's why I get to be the best in the academy. I even won all those awards just so I could be like you, Pops. The Blaise voice just drains me.
You really are such an idiot, you know. You know those gold stars you got on your test? I made the teachers give them to you. Every speech and debate contest, all the judges were my friends.
So that's why Mr. Von Karma and Mr. Gant were always judging the contest. You said it was because they liked me.
No, they were bribed. Well, Gant was just asked politely. Manfred was blackmailed. You know, Sebastian, if you weren't even able to notice something like that, you really are not worthy of being called my son, don't you think? Aw, even my son has disappeared. Oh my, it's enough to make me cry, you know. He was trying his best for me, and yet he was totally useless, you know.
You truly a despicable person! As the chairman of the PIC and as a father! Even I feel sorry for that foolish prosecutor! Poor Mr. Prosecutor. Blaise the best, you! Just what do you think of your own son?
You know what I think of him! I've been calling him an idiot since the beginning of the day! I've been calling him an idiot since you first came onto the PIC! Hell, I even introduced you to Sebastian as to you as my idiot son. What else do you want? He's just a useless pawn, you see. Whoa, now maybe you should look into the mirror before you criticize me. You know. I mean, even you also used Sebastian to get close to me, didn't you?
I cannot deny that. However, I treat him like a human being. However, he is not a mere pawn. He always tries to do his best, even if the results aren't up to par. I've seen just how hard he tries, and yet you refuse to even acknowledge it.
That kid is no good, you see, no matter what he does or is told to do.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I shall leave this offering to the gods of law to you. Deliver her divine judgment against Blaise the Best. Yeah, we'll finish up this case in this episode. Yes, that was my intention from the beginning. If there was a burn mark on the conductor's face, then Blaise the Best must be hiding it. What was he wearing during the auction? That is the key to revealing the truth. Well then, allow me to hear your answer. Please show me the evidence that proves that the culprit had a burn mark on his face. Basically, Blaise's beard is fake. If you would recall Miss Jensen's testimony, there's still one point that remains unexplained. 2 types of wigs had been prepared, one of which was left unused. Do you mean the wavy wig? What are you talking about? It was something Miss Jensen found when she switched places with the victim. What does something like that have to do with the burn? Inside the costume trunk, Miss Jensen witnessed 2 wigs. One of them had been used by Miss Jensen to make her look like the victim. Now then, just what was the other wig used for? It doesn't seem like it was a spare wig. There's no need to overthink it. Just compare the attire of the true culprit, the conductor, with that of Blaise the Best.
Don't stare at me like that!
Don't you think there's just one spot here where there is a huge contradiction, specifically around his face? So that's not a wig not a wig at all. Indeed, it was no wig. Blaise the Best, it was your fake beard!
This is a real beard, you know. Don't tease me like that, Edgeworth.
Your son must have realized the truth before anyone else. He knew about your alopecia! That's why he was trying so desperately to protect you. You were also worried that he would tell the truth. Isn't that why you drove your son away from here? Because he knew that his father was hiding a burn under his fake beard. Blaise the Best? How about you remove that fake beard of yours?
Yeah! It doesn't prevent the goggles, they do nothing!
Yes. They do nothing. A burn mark? Prosecutor Edgeworth, justice has been served before the gods of law. For that, I give you my thanks. I should be the one thanking you. Blaise the Best, I hereby announce my verdict. You shall be taken into custody for the murder of Jill Crane. Mr. Edgeworth, thank you very much. I am so happy you believed in me to the very end. There's no need to thank me. As a prosecutor, I will pause. No, as a friend. I simply wanted to save you. Prosecutor Edgeworth, I bring good tidings. It seems that former Chairman DeBest has been safely detained in the detention center. However, the search for the murder weapon, the auction gavel, continues. Blaise DeBest is a shrewd man. There's a good chance that he has already been disposed of. There's also one piece of testimony that concerns me. Blaise DeBest mentioned that the one thing he did not fake were the letters. What do you mean? Firstly, he found this letter in Jill Crane's clothes. Then, he also found this letter on Kay, who was unconscious in the storeroom. The contents of this letter seemed to suggest that the two had been corresponding with each other. Which is why Blaise DeBest assumed that the two were working together to tag team him. Ridiculous, that can't be right! After reading the two letters, he decided to pin the crime on Kay Faraday. In order to cast suspicion on her, he planted one of the letters in a noticeable spot. The deceased Jill Crane's left breast pocket. Oh really, if Blaise was gonna fake the crime scene, why wouldn't he put the letter in her pocket first, then stab it? That would have really derailed Edgeworth from the very start, funnily enough. Isn't that just an excuse? Yes, that's what I thought as well. It may simply be a last-ditch effort to save himself. However, before the stern eyes of the gods of law, these are all trivial matters. His crime shall certainly not go unpunished. With this, I have finally fulfilled one of my long-standing missions. Judge Courtney, will you tell me what you know? Why did Blaise DeBest murder Jill Crane? And what lies hidden behind this case? Yes, I don't mind. You have the right to know everything. Long ago, Jill Crane was in love with a cameraman. That man was pursuing the black market auction as a journalist. And then, before he could reach the truth, he was erased. The feelings and the items Miss Crane inherited from her beloved brought her to the auction. She had come to exact revenge on the conductor, Blaise. Although in the end, she was the one who had who was murdered instead. I see, so that's what happened. While the gods of law cannot condone her actions, we have succeeded in her goal of bringing Blaise DeBest's crimes to light. Oh, please, no, please, as you will see, this is just the tip of the iceberg with Blaise. So, Judge Courtney's goal was to expose Blaise DeBest by helping Blaise DeBest, and by derailing someone else who was also opposing Blaise DeBest. They revealed the dark secrets of the PIC. By the way, what happened to the young prosecutor? We have been unable to contact him for some time now. Do you have any idea where he might be? I had not been truly working for him, so... I see. I feel sorry for him. What you should feel sorry for is the fact that he was kept in the dark until now. No matter how cruel he is, he will have to accept it. If he can't, he won't be able to walk his own path in life. This was the arc I learned in my first game. Ever. A father's influence is not something that is easily erased. Except when a certain man kills your daddy in an elevator. However, I'm sure he will be able to change from here on out. Yes, that's right. Surely, you must be right. I will too be able to walk my own path in life. Kay! Is your body alright? Yes, thanks to you. I'm so sorry, even though you were my patient. You ended up being suspected because of me. Ow! You can't just take care of the patient's body, you gotta take care of the heart too. That's my granny. Kay, how are your memories? I feel like I'm on the verge of remembering something. Well then, I shall take my leave here. I will be presiding over Patricia Rowland's trial. That would be the trial for the murder of Horace Knightley. Who's in charge of the defense? Miss Crane was supposed to be her defense attorney, but now that has passed away, we are currently arranging for a replacement defense attorney. Jill Crane had been in charge of Patricia Rowland's defense? I'll also have to get in contact with Sebastian quickly since he's the prosecutor in charge. Well then. Please wait. What about Mr. Edgeworth's prosecutor's badge? What will happen to his prosecutor's badge? With the chairman's arrest, the PIC is no longer functional, so I cannot answer the question easily. Perhaps one could say, only the gods of law knows. But that's... You don't need to worry about me. This is the path I have chosen. It seems you have no plans of changing it either. Of course not. I chose this path to seek the truth. With the departure of Blaise the Best, the law has once again returned to our hands. If you truly desire to continue the prosecutor's path, I am willing to assist you in reclaiming your badge. I appreciate the sentiment, but I must decline. I did not relinquish my badge with half-hearted feelings. I see. It seems that our paths of law will continue to run counter to each other. Until our paths cross once again, I shall have you hold on to that badge. That was my intention from the start. However, on occasion, the guise of law is quite generous. Please return this notebook to its proper owner. Case promise notebook! It seems this was scheduled to be put up for bidding at the black market. I can just imagine places. Okay, our next item. A little girl's memories of her deceased father. The bidding starts at $12 and a bottle of Yoo-Hoo. The name K is written on the notebook. Oh my gosh, and then Bad's in the audience. Bad's wearing the mask. He holds the gun to Blaise's head. I'll bid $0.00. Or would a bullet suffice?
Help me! Help your chairman! Only if you get back to Lila! No, Grossberg! No! I want Delilah!
It seems Blaise the Best quickly realized this belonged to the girl, since the letters she found also contained the same name. You speak as if he really did not know about the letters. Are you saying that Blaise really did not prepare the letters himself? Yes, that man said so himself. Kay Faraday's goal was to steal back the notebook. Jill Crane's goal was to get revenge. In order to achieve their goals, the two teamed up to infiltrate the auction, or so he says. Unfortunately, this was all Blaise's misunderstanding. It was purely a coincidence. If the attorney from the PIC and Kay really were acquaintances, it would be strange that she never mentioned it to me, considering her personality. You really do trust her, don't you? In the end, the notebook was used by as another red herring, but it's something that is very important to that girl, isn't it? I'll make a special exception and return it. I'm sure that's what the gods of law desires. I appreciate it. I shall pray that she recovers her lost memories. Is something wrong? Okay, I am returning something very important to you. It's gonna be like the flashback light. This is... Always greet people with a smile. Even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers.
Look, Daddy! I wrote them all down! Yep. I'll be sure to follow over. Promise to become a hero just like Daddy. That's right! There was one more. I forgot to write down the most important promise. Promise number 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand.
Return of little K.
I'll be sure to remember. I'll never ever forget them. Promise number 6. Kick Mr. Edgeworth in the shin.
Always try your hardest to learn things you don't understand. That's right. I am. Yes, K has an aneurysm.
I am the great thief who sealed the truth, Kay Faraday. I'm the second Yagarasu and Mr. Edgeworth's assistant.
Kay, you remember!
It's kind of embarrassing, though. Thanks you so much. It's all thanks to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Even when I lost my memories, you still were trying to save me, right? And CzarThwomp was dying.
I'm going to need to stop after this episode. At least take a break. It seems you're back to normal.
Wow, Kay. Wow, Kay, you've gotten better. Your health comes first. Now you can relax.
Just make sure you don't run off and lose all your memories again.
Miss Jensen, Dr. Young, thanks for worrying about me.
Hey, if you're feeling all better, how about changing back to your old clothes?
I washed your clothes for you, Kay, so they're nice and clean.
These clothes. Wasn't Detective Gumshoe holding on to them?
He said forensics was done with them, so he gave them back to me.
Have they revealed the results of the analysis yet?
To be honest, I actually don't think to ask. I didn't actually think to ask about that. Actually, I lied. It's really disturbing. Out of curiosity, you know how a Twinkie is made? Now, more importantly, let's hurry up and get you changed, Kay.
Still, isn't it better if we do not remove her bandages? Ah, she should be fine now. Kay just bumped her head. She didn't really have any other major injuries. Then, why was she so heavily bandaged? Better safe than sorry. A pound of prevention is worth an ounce of cure. That's my motto. What a troublesome motto. Come now, Kay. Let's get you dressed up over there.
Nah, this is definitely what great things should look like.
A smile certainly suits you best. In the past and now as well.
Miss Von Karma, thank you for coming too.
I only came because Scruffy asked me to. That Scruffy. You also wanted to see your energetic self again.
Gummy? What happened to Gummy?
Who knows? Maybe he was disgusted with the man who willingly threw away his prosecutor's badge. Detective Gumshoe. I must be going now. I'll be taking these ladies in for questioning. How they ruined my papa's life! How they ruined my life!
What's gonna happen to the two of them?
They're going to go to jail for a long time for ruining my childhood. One aided in the murder of an attorney, and the other forged an autopsy report and killed Papa's perfect record 18 years ago. Those crimes definitely won't disappear. Of course, I will mention in my court that they were being blackmailed by Blaise.
We'll be fine as long as Granny's by my side. We're invincible.
Well then, take care. Now then, Kay. Sorry to ask you so soon after you've regained your memories, but I have some questions.
Sure, ask me anything you want.
What were you doing on the day you lost your memories?
On that day, I was asked to come to Gourd Lake. I don't know who called me, though. As I was watching the moon at Gourd Lake, a person in a red raincoat approached me. All of a sudden, he used some kind of drug to knock me out.
What? What's he saying?
The
place where Kay saw the moon was at Gourd Lake?
When I woke up, it seemed like somehow I ended up on the roof of the Grand Tower. My mind was still in a daze, so I stumbled around for a bit. That's why I found the person in the red raincoat collapsed. I was startled, and now I sat back in a panic. I fell from a high place and got knocked out cold again. And when I woke up, all my memories were gone. That person in the red raincoat. Who exactly was that person? Oh yeah, I was certain that I saw them walking in midair. Somehow, this is all starting to make my head hurt.
Please calm down. You're just a little confused because you've only recently gotten your memories back. Most likely, this is the main cause of your confused memory. This is probably the main cause of your confused memories. You saw the moon at both the Gold Lake Park and the Grand Tower rooftop, which led you to confuse the two places.
Huh? But aren't they totally different places? You know, I was at days. You think I'd really get them confused?
Most likely, there was something at the Grand Tower which led to your confusion. The Grand Tower rooftop and Gold Lake have 2 points in common. They both have a cherry tree and a food stall.
Huh, now you mention it.
Your memories were confused because you had been in 2 similar locations. The person that you first saw could not have been walking in midair. They were simply walking on the ground at Gold Lake Park. You must have gotten that scene confused with the Grand Tower rooftop.
So that's what happened. How dare they steal the memories of a great thief? I'll pay for this.
Nevertheless, I wonder who the person that assaulted Kay was. The person in the red raincoat who appeared at Gold Lake. What's that noise? And then Sebastian runs in with a bomb. I made a bomb out of a car battery! I'm gonna take you all down! Sebastian takes everyone down.
It sounds like it's coming from the storm room. Mr. Edgeworth, let's go check it out.
What's this? My shirt since it's tingling. I smell another scoop. You're still here? Yes.
Mr. Edgeworth, this walkie-talkie thing here's what's beeping.
Wait, didn't Emma take the batteries out of it? When we checked it out? This transceiver. Why do I feel like I've seen it somewhere before?
It's still beeping, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm not particularly familiar with this sort of device.
Come on, we have to answer. Here goes. Hello, Edgeworth speaking.
Kay, please don't just answer on your own. I am speaking with Mr. Miles Edgeworth, I presume. This voice is Shelly the Killer! I congratulate you on resolving the case. However, Can you truly say in good conscience that it has been solved? Are you aware of the mastermind who is pulling the strings behind this incident? You! Why do you know about this incident? Because I stalk you. That's not important right now. Wouldn't you agree? Right now, we're discussing the mastermind behind this case. I've had an inkling that such a person existed, even before you said anything. After all, there was evidence to suggest that someone had used K to disrupt the investigation.
Huh? There was? So who's this mastermind?
I would like to hear your thoughts on the matter. Would you kindly show me evidence that indicates the existence of a mastermind? This indicates the existence of the mastermind in this case.
I can't say I really understand.
I'm very sorry, but I also do not understand. So this was it? Wasn't there anything that was left? I await your answer, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. It was the letter that Kay allegedly sent to the victim.
Come to think of it, I don't remember writing any letters at all.
Who could have prepared this letter? Who could prepare this letter? I too am curious to know. So you're not the one who wrote the letter? What could I possibly gain from doing such an act? Is it not necessary for you to stand in court in order to make the truth clear? What can you possibly do now that your badge has been taken from you? I look forward to finding out from the shadows. This man, how does he know that? Do we have an understanding? Please ensure you do not betray my trust. Now then, if you'll excuse me.
He said that case wasn't solved yet. What does he mean by that? And why would Mr. the Killer even bother telling us that? Nothing makes sense anymore.
This case has not reached its true conclusion yet. However, although I've lost my prosecutor's badge, who I am still has not changed. While I do not know where this may lead me, I shall reveal the truth. I swear it. The end. Okay. No. And Sebastian is the image of the Grand Turbo. The final case in the game is Sebastian. Because this is the best case, ergo the best prosecutor must be the cover art for it. Anyways, I really appreciate that you watching the episode. You go back with the next one. If you like the video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do everything you want. With that, I'll see you later. Bye.